Today, we're going to talk about a word you've probably heard a lot: gaslighting. It's a term that gets thrown around everywhere, but what does it really mean? It's so much more than just a simple lie. It's a really sneaky form of psychological manipulation, and to get it, to really understand its power, we have to dig a little deeper. Just let that sink in for a second. They didn't lie once, they poisoned her memory. This line from our source material just gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? It captures the whole insidious nature of gaslighting perfectly. We are not talking about a one-time thing. We're talking about a slow, deliberate poisoning of someone's own reality. And that's where we're going to start, with this idea of a poisoned memory. Because gaslighting isn't a single event, it's a sustained attack. Think of it like a campaign, designed to make someone question the very ground they're standing on. It's this calculated effort to gain control by twisting the truth again and again and again. So if you're going to fight it, you first have to be able to name it. Let's get a really crystal clear picture of what gaslighting actually is, breaking it down to its core. Okay, now look closely at the words on this slide. Every single one matters. First, repeatedly. This is so important. It's not a one-off argument. It's a pattern. Then you have denying or rewriting reality. This is about actively changing the past. And what's the goal? To make the target doubt themselves. The whole point is to make you feel like you're the one who's got it all wrong, that you're confused, or maybe even going crazy. And this slide just nails that key difference. On one side, you've got a single lie. It's an isolated thing, right? A moment of deception. But on the other side, you have rewriting reality. That's gaslighting. It's a systematic, sustained campaign with a very specific purpose. It's the difference between a single drop of rain and a thunderstorm that causes a flood. Which, of course, brings us to the next big question: why? Why would someone do this? What is the end game here? Understanding the motive is absolutely key to spotting the tactic when it's happening. So here it is. The number one goal is to completely undermine a person's confidence. The manipulator wants to chip away at your trust in your own memories, your perceptions, even your own sanity. By telling you over and over you're remembering it wrong, or that never happened, they erode your self-belief until you're just not sure what's real anymore. And that breakdown of confidence leads directly to this. It creates reliance. Think about it. Once you stop trusting yourself, who do you turn to? You become dependent on the manipulator for their version of reality. They basically become the narrator of your life, the one who holds the truth. And that gives them a terrifying amount of power and control. Now, I know, it's a disturbing pattern. But here's the most important part of this entire explainer. You are not powerless. Not at all. There are real, practical things you can do to defend yourself and take back your reality. So let's get into the strategy. Our source material lays out two incredibly powerful steps. First up, record the facts. This is your anchor. This is what keeps you grounded in reality. Write things down the moment they happen. Save the text messages. Note the dates. Write down exactly what was said. This creates a hard copy record that can't be twisted later. And step 2, validate with trusted people. This is how you break the isolation gaslighters thrive on. Talk to friends or family you trust. But here's a key tip. Don't just ask, "Am I going crazy?" Instead, lay out the facts you recorded and ask something more neutral, like, "Hey, how does this sound to you?" This way you get a clear outside perspective on the situation. And we'll end with this thought. When your memory feels like a crime scene, how do you become the detective? Well, the answer is in everything we just talked about. You gather objective evidence, your log, your notes, and you find trustworthy witnesses, your friends, your family. That is how you stop being a victim of a poisoned memory and start being the author of your own story again.